Welcome back to Legends Never Die, where neither will you if you know Jesus. I'm going to go over how I did on my 2022 collecting goals and also go over my goals for 2023. First, how I did this year. Goal number 1 was to build my fund to attend the 2022 National in Atlantic City. I completed that. That was a huge success. Got to meet a lot of you guys. Very memorable. Meet one new Hall of Famer, ideally Brooks Robinson. I did not get to meet Brooks, but I did meet 2 new Hall of Famers. I met Tim Raines and Chipper Jones at the National, which was awesome. Goal number 3 was to add 1,000 vintage cards to my collection. I added 984, so I was super close, but I did miss that one. First goal that I missed, but you'll see I far exceeded some other ones, and I'm okay with that. Goal number 4 was add 360s cards. I only added 139. That's 46.3%, which would be disappointing if I didn't blow the 50s out of the water, because I'd rather add 50s before I'd add the 60s. I mean, they're older. I like them better. Whatever. My goal was to add 75 of them. I added 225, so that's pretty awesome. Goal number 6 there, add 15 40s cards. I destroyed that goal, adding 182, most of them for the 49 Bowman set. Goal number 7 was to add 10 30s cards. I added 15, so I completed that goal. Goal number 8 was to get to 85 different Hall of Fame rookie cards. I started at 82. I did complete that goal, as you can see, getting to 88. Goal number 9, get to 130 different Hall of Fame autographs, starting the year at 121. I blew by that and got all the way to 147, which is pretty cool. Coming up on a big milestone in 150, so that's exciting. Goal number 10 was to complete my 1955 Topps set. I started the year at 196 of the 206 cards. That's 95.1%. I did finish it. They were all high numbers, including Duke Snider, Willie Mays, and Phil Rizzuto. But I did complete it. Goal number 11 was to add 5 UNC autographs to my football, basketball, baseball combo PC, but it's mostly for basketball from Carolina guys. I added 2 out of the 5 that I wanted as a goal, so I didn't meet that one. Goal number 12 was to add 5 Hall of Fame autographed baseballs. I added 2. Those are getting harder and harder for me to find at shows or at deals, and shipping on them is just an annoying cost when you're buying Hall of Fame baseballs, or any baseballs for that matter. We'll see if that changes in 2023. 13, visit one new MLB ballpark. I did not get to any this past year. Fail. 14, complete the Sandlot Archives auto set. I had 2 to go with Ham and Smalls. I completed that right after Christmas. Super excited about that. Add 1 Playing Days mantle. I did complete that. I added his 47 to 66 exhibit. Goal number 16 was to get to 30 different Hall of Fame bobbleheads, starting the year at 26. I got way past that, getting up to 34, largely thanks to Don's Field of Dreams cards, helping me out in Pittsburgh. 17 was get to 600 subs on YouTube. I started the year at 544, so wanted to grow by 56. I got to 758 the last time I updated this before the end of the year. So I blew past that. I had it over 200 subs. So thank you guys for your support, and all of you guys that make up part of that number. Here's to bigger and better things in 2023 on that. 18, add to Luca's letters collection. I added a lot of letters for his collection. Added 12, which is super cool. I hope to continue to grow that little side portion of my collection for Luca this year. Spoiler. Goal number 19 was add 50 Hall of Fame Playing Days cards. That's not just vintage, though. That's up through modern. So, like, I think Derek Jeter is the most modern Hall of Famer that has Playing Days Topps cards. So those modern cards can also help that goal. That's why I blew that one out. I got 88 this year, so that's fantastic. Number 20, I wanted to complete the Killebrew collection. I did not. I only added 3 of the 10 items I still had left. There's several on here I still need. Goal number 21 was to get a new vintage card for every set I'm working on. That was 44 sets. I was able to hit 38 of the 44 sets at least once. That's 86%. That's pretty good. That's the first time I attempted a goal like that. So I like that one. It's fun. It helps spread around my progress. And then back up just a little bit here. Goal number 22, get to 60% of my total collection completed. I started the year at 55.59%. Yes, I have 22,000, nearly 23,000 items on my want list. I have just over 14,000 of them. I did surpass the 60% completion of my entire collection goal, being at 61.4%, which is great. Now on to my 2023 goals and a little bit about how I construct them. Hold on. All right, so 2023 collecting goals. How I construct these is I like to have focus because I believe you need a direction in your collection, or in my opinion, you'll probably end up unhappy with at least part of it. I am very detail oriented, very organized, spreadsheets, percentages, etc. And I have a lot of specific wants. But there's 2 parts to it. There's a lot. While they are specific, there's a lot. I just shared those numbers of what my overall collection needs look like. And that's why I intentionally make my goals kind of vague. They're loose, they're open-ended. None of them are going to be like, I specifically need the 1957 Topps Don Drysdale rookie card. Like, I don't do it like that. I may want to add Hall of Fame rookie cards, and so many of them this year, but I want the freedom for myself to be able to take them on whatever good deals come first. Now, I may have cards in mind in my head that I would prefer to get if possible and kind of look for more, but I'm not married to absolutely getting any specific card like that unless I'm super close on a set or a player run or something like that, just to finish it. So that's kind of how I formulate these. And all of them feed into, well, 99% of them, feed into my overall collection goals of the 23,000 items I need. Okay, so with that brief spill, let's go over what the 2023 collecting goals are. Number 1, meet a new Hall of Famer, ideally Brooks Robinson. That one hasn't changed for years. I'm going to keep it on there probably forever. Number 2, add 1,000 vintage cards. I fell just short of that this year, but I still have quite a few in the 70s that I need, so that's still a reasonable number. They're not as hard to come by. They're cheaper, especially being low grade and raw like I am. So I'm going to keep it at 1,000 for now, even though I missed it in 2022. Number 3, add 260s cards. I knocked that down from 300 to 200 for 2 reasons. One, I didn't reach 300 in 2022, and also I prefer the older ones and wanted to bump those numbers up a little more because I want to focus them and want these vague, loose milestone goals to reflect that. So feeding into that, I want to add 50 50s cards in 2023. It's goal number 4. 25 40s cards, which is a bump up in 2023. And add 25 30s cards, which is also a bump up. So focusing a little more on the older stuff for my sets. It's not getting any cheaper. So want to kind of focus on that. Goal number 7 is to get to 100 different Hall of Fame rookie cards. This is a little ambitious, as I only have 88 different ones. So I would need to add 12 more to get to 100. But it's a nice round, big milestone number. So instead of doing like 90 or 95, I went ahead and made it 100. Goal number 8, this is where I set the bar a little low because of a big milestone number, but, every Hall of Fame autograph is awesome to me. So get to 150 different Hall of Fame autographs, starting the year at 147. Just need to add 3 more. I feel pretty confident I'm going to do that. Number 9, complete a Redman set. I haven't completed any of them, 52 through 55, but I'm in single-digit needs, I think, on 4 of the 5 years. So good chance I can complete one of those. I don't care which one, whichever one comes along first that I can. Number 10, add 5 UNC autographs. There's not many I need, period, for basketball players anyways, so I want to chip away at that. I would love to get to a point where I'm up to date as of the latest NBA draft class each year. That would be fantastic. I do prefer to get them in Carolina uniform when I can, so that's the challenge on part of them. They don't have as many of those. Goal number 11, add 5 autographed baseballs. Not Hall of Fame baseballs, just any autographed baseballs, because it's getting, more costly to do that, at least online. Goal number 12, add 1 playing days mantle. That's a staple of my goals the last few years. If I keep adding to playing days mantle 1 a year, I'll eventually complete it, other than a couple of those early ones. So I want to keep chipping away at that. Goal number 13, get to 40 different Hall of Fame bobbleheads. I'm starting the year at 35, so need to add 5 more to get to that. Number 14, this is where you guys come in. If you don't sub yet, I don't usually ask you to, but if you don't sub yet and you're still watching at this point, please do. I went ahead and set the big milestone number of 1,000. That would be a big stretch for me to get there this year. I would have to add over 200 more subs. But 1,000 is a big deal, at least it is to me, in the YouTube community. So that would be cool. So I put it on there, made that my goal. Number 15, add to Luka's letters collection. So that's always fun, sending to Hall of Famers or other key players, TTM, and getting them to sign a personal letter to my son, which has been really cool. 16, add 1 vintage card to every set I'm working on. 45 different sets. For those of you keeping score at home, I completed several sets last year, and this goal was 44 sets. So I added a couple sets. I'm now doing 69-70 Tall Boys basketball, as well as the next year 70-71 Tall Boys basketball. So I went up on how many sets I need to hit, but whatever. This is a fun goal. I like it. Trying to make progress in all areas of my vintage set building. So just 1 card to one of those sets means progress. That counts, so that's fun. I like seeing that. 17, add 50 Hall of Fame playing days cards. That can be anything from a 1933 Gowdy for one of my sets up through I believe it's like 2012 Jeter, whenever his last year of Topps would count if I need it still. Anything in between for Topps. And then for the vintage stuff, also Bowman, exhibits, Redmans, that kind of stuff for playing days counts towards that number. 18, make progress on shrinking the drawer. If you know, you know. 19, complete the 78 Topps set. I'm starting the year just 9 cards short of doing that. I think that is very reasonable. It's not like they're expensive, especially raw and low grade. Number 20, make progress on Perez Steel Customs. What that means is 2 parts, stay up to date for whoever is in the new Hall of Fame class, along with Fred McGriff, hopefully when Dick Perez creates the artwork, but also getting cut autographs for Perez Steel Customs that I already have, as well as getting the ones that can still be signed by the living athletes themselves, signed by the living athletes themselves. So anything along those lines would contribute to that goal. Number 21, make progress on authentication for everything that's outstanding. So I have Perez Steel Customs, as well as some actual Perez Steels and some autographed baseballs that is too big of a growing list that I haven't had third-party authenticated. JSA, PSA DNA, that kind of thing. Not that I believe any of them are fake. Many of them I got signed by myself or, by someone I know well that I trust, and had them reviewed by Bill and Frank and guys like that for Hall of Famers. It's more so just my own peace of mind and preference to have them that way. So I just want to make progress on that because I want that list to stop growing and getting bigger and get smaller. Number 22, go to a card show. Already have plans to do that, so should succeed at that one. And 23, which I need to change this. It says 12, that's wrong. Goal number 23, get to 65% of my total collection completed. I'm starting the year at 61.4%. So, yeah, that is my complete list of 2023 goals. If you hung around for this long, God bless you. Not many people are interested in this kind of thing, but I enjoy it. I enjoy tracking them all year, updating my spreadsheets, my website, and seeing how I'm doing on these. It's really fun to look back. I also save all my old ones in an archives tab on my website, so I can look back, and I think it's 5 years worth now or so. I can see what my goals were, see how I did, see what my pickups were that year, and it's really cool to see the progress year over year in that way. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, keep collecting, and God bless.